Hey guys, my name is Nick and welcome to my channel where I cover all things entertainment. Whatever you're watching, I'm making videos about. HBO Max launched recently and we started out real good. We were real hot and heavy, things were getting serious. And now it's 3 weeks later, and I guess HBO Max and I are breaking up because they're losing so much of the good stuff. And I just did my videos on things leaving Netflix and Hulu, so I regularly bitch about a shit ton of stuff leaving a popular streaming service. But this is a particularly bad case of a shit ton of stuff leaving a popular streaming service. It's like, why even launch if you're gonna lose all of the good stuff? I don't understand. I will give HBO Max this. They do have a very convenient tab on the site where you can see the things that are leaving. They let you know, unlike most of the streaming services. So that's cool that they're transparent about it and all, and sure, you could just look at that to see what's leaving, but it'll be so much more fun to watch this video, duh. So let's take a look at everything that is leaving HBO Max at the end of June, and also look at what's coming to the service to see if it's still worth it to even have HBO Max. First up is Wonder Woman. Yeah, let's get things started with the crown jewel. Now, I think one of the major perks of having HBO Max should be access to tons of good DC content. But nope, we're gonna go ahead and get rid of the best movie in the DCEU. Good move, HBO Max, that was a great call. More DC stuff is leaving with Batman Returns and Batman Forever. Batman Returns is one of my favorite Batman movies, and Batman Forever is also a movie that exists. Did anyone else grow up, just curious, with like Batman 89 to Batman and Robin to watch as a kid? Because yeah, I watched a lot of Batman and Robin as a kid because I was an idiot. Justice League is also going. It's like an everything must go sale in the DC department. You think they want everyone to not pay attention to this so that way when the Snyder Cut comes out they can just be like, this is the good version. We don't remember that other one that no one likes. Catwoman is also leaving. You know what, HBO Max? You can take Wonder Woman from me, but you leave Catwoman, you sick bastards. All 3 Hobbit movies are leaving, which I personally have no interest in ever venturing back to Middle Earth, but this is a really big franchise. This again should be one of the perks of having HBO Max is access to stuff like this. Why is it that all of the big Warner Brothers movies are leaving the Warner Brothers streaming service? That was the point. That was what I was all excited about. The Warner Brothers library in a streaming service. You're really dropping the ball, guys. Titanic is also leaving. This multi-Academy Award winning historical romance epic is not seen on a whole bunch of streaming services, so I feel like this is a big one. But is it? Like, are we at the point where we actually admit that Titanic doesn't really hold up? Am I the only one that's there that thinks it's just really poorly acted, to be honest? Braveheart, another 3-hour-long Academy Award winner for Best Picture. I've never seen it. Convince me to watch it in the comments. We got the 2 good Lego movies leaving. Again, I don't know what you're doing. Shouldn't this be like the best stuff on there for kids movies? I mean, you know what? Whatever. BlacKkKlansman is also leaving. This was my number 2 movie of 2018. I love this movie. It is so good, and especially with Spike Lee popping back up with his new movie, Da 5 Bloods. If you have not watched BlacKkKlansman, now is definitely the time. Watch that. Oh, so good. We're losing some top tier horror films, starting with Us, one of the biggest movies of last year. You guys, this is why I collect that physical media, I'm telling you. Shutter Island is also leaving. You know, I swear I do this all the time, so sorry to be annoying, but you know what? I made a video on the best horror on HBO Max and included Shutter Island, and of course, it's gotta be gone. Gotta be gone. Just gotta be gone. Gotta ruin my videos. We're also losing some bargain bin horror that I personally am sad to see go, because we're losing Ma, a movie that I happen to really enjoy, and I think no one else does, because it's essentially a Lifetime movie that somehow made it to theaters because Octavia Spencer stars in it. It's not the best, but I have fun with it. Unfriended, Dark Web, the really terrible sequel to Unfriended, which is on HBO Max and is okay. This sequel, you know what, honestly, it's not. Goodbye, Dark Web. We don't really need you, actually. The Meg, one of the most ridiculous recent big budget creature features. You know, HBO Max has a ton of creature features. They've got a lot of good stuff there. And it's like, Really, the one big Warner Brothers movie you're like, again, why is all of the good Warner Brothers stuff leaving the Warner Brothers streaming service? We're also losing a slew of chick flicks and comedies, starting with Pretty in Pink, probably my least favorite of the 80s John Hughes movie. This one just doesn't do it for me. Practical Magic is a gem that I have not seen since childhood, so it probably doesn't hold up, but it better be on some streaming service by Halloween. That's all I have to say. If you need a little bit more Sandra Bullock in your life, we also lose 2 Weeks Notice, a romantic comedy that co-stars Hugh Grant. I know my mom loves this movie, so moms out there, 2 Weeks Notice. The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants is a teen movie about sisterhood and follows a pair of pants that fits every woman ever. Some straight up witchcraft bullshit right there. Elf is a modern Christmas classic, but it's June. You don't need Christmas movies right now. American Wedding, the third movie in the American Pie franchise. I have not watched these in a while, so these also probably do not hold up, but I think these movies are fun. Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. I've been talking about this all year. This movie has been bouncing from streaming service to streaming service. This is not a surprise. They'll be back. Selena is a biopic starring Jennifer Lopez as singer Selena Quintanilla Perez, who was tragically killed before she could become the next big thing. And I watched this movie probably a lot more than most kids did back when I was a kid. I don't know why I was so into this movie in particular, but I've always enjoyed Jennifer Lopez as an actress, even when I probably shouldn't have, because she is that good in this movie. March of the Penguins is the Academy Award-winning documentary about penguins walking around. I've never seen it because I don't want to watch a bunch of penguins walking around. I'm sorry. Hellboy is a movie I'm not going to continue acknowledging. So with all that down, what's coming to HBO Max? I mean, that's a lot of good stuff to lose. What are they doing to make up for it? So far, what I'm seeing is we're getting Ford v Ferrari, the third season of Search Party, the second season of Doom Patrol. What else do we have? Doctor Sleep. That's a good one. I like Doctor Sleep. Look out for that. Midway, Harriet, Last Christmas, and then Motherless Brooklyn, which I missed, and I'm probably not going to actually watch. But we also have new shows starting, including Perry Mason and the docuseries All Be Gone in the Dark about the Golden State Killer, based on the book by Michelle McNamara. I'm really interested in seeing that. That I'm definitely excited for, and that's something. But ultimately, looking at that, that's small potatoes. That's not a lot coming to a streaming service, especially compared to Netflix and Hulu and Amazon. This is pretty weak. As someone who didn't have HBO for the longest time, because in my opinion, it's too expensive. $15 is a lot for a streaming service. I'm disappointed in myself for cracking and getting HBO Max because I was so excited. I was like, it's gonna be the anti-Disney Plus. It's gonna be the better Netflix. They're gonna have all of those Warner Brothers and New Line movies and everything else under their banner. It's gonna be so good. They've proven they're completely unprepared to be handling their own streaming service when they literally already have HBO Now. Like, they already had a streaming service. Like, you guys should know how to do this. What is going on here? I'm a little disappointed, mostly in myself. They fooled me again, guys. They fooled me again. But what do you guys think about HBO Max? How do you feel about these things leaving? Again, they do have that tab there, so it's convenient. You can always look to see what's leaving. I will continue to cover HBO Max content. I'm gonna review Love Life, but I'm not gonna do regular videos on stuff leaving because I don't think you really need the news. Again, it's right there on the site. That's cool. But I felt like I had to make a special report to talk about this because I really got to do a video breaking down all of the streaming services right now and where we are in the streaming wars, because I just think that this is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. These massive companies should have their shit together, and clearly they don't. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this subject. And if you want to hear more of this, if you want more videos like this, let me know what you want to see here on the channel. Thank you so much for watching as always. I greatly appreciate it. Feel free to like this video, share it with your friends, because YouTube doesn't love me. They're not going to help me out, so I have to beg you to do it. So, sorry. That is it for this video, but I won't stop you from watching another.